This is commonly known as a BARD, or a wall-hung packaged air conditioning system. It's common in schools and other types of maybe government buildings and some homes. You'll see them mainly in the South and some places anywhere really. But what I want to do is I want to show you the proper way to clean the coils. I've seen a lot of techs in the field clean the coils in these BARD units, and they really aren't doing it properly. This video should show many of the people in the trade the proper procedure to clean these coils. It's very important that it's done properly, otherwise you're not going to accomplish much of anything. As a first step of working on any air conditioning system, we always turn off the power at the disconnect or breaker. Next, we remove the panels off the front of the BARD, exposing the evaporator coil and where the compressor is housed. And of course, this is an old system. Some of the newer systems are different, but this one is one I've selected anyway to show how to clean coils. What we need to do first is take a wet vac and vacuum out this condensate pan. It's got plenty of trash and everything else in there that needs to come out before we clean anything. Okay, next we hose off the coil just to get it wet before we put any coil cleaner on. Next we apply some coil cleaner on the this is on the evaporator coil. One thing you have to watch out for is not to get the blower motor wet, because otherwise, well, it'll short it out and it'll not work for you. You could wrap it in plastic or just be extremely careful not to get it wet. Now that our coil cleaner has had time to foam up a little bit, what we can do now is rinse it off with a hose. One thing I like to do after cleaning the evaporator and the condensate pan is put some pan treatment in. They're little tablets here like this, and you just sort of put them inside the pan. I like to put a few of them in a pan that has been kind of on the neglected side or extremely old and rusted. Okay, the next part of this coil cleaning lesson is how to clean the condenser, and that's really the nutshell right here of this particular video, because this is where many techs fail to clean this properly. So I have seen some techs just take a hose and hose down the outside of the coil. As you can see, these coils don't really even look all that dirty, but you see, the reality is on the other side, where the fan blade is where the dirt builds up. The dirt and grease and everything else. This is the side of the coil that needs to be cleaned the most. I'm going to show you a shortcut around how to clean this side of the coil as efficiently as possible. If you don't want to have to remove the entire shroud and motor and everything, there is a shortcut, and I'm going to show you. The first thing you need to do is there are some screws here that need to be removed, okay? And that's what you have to do. The ones here on the side of the shroud, on this side, and here in the bottom, and all of them on the bottom, okay? You don't have to worry about the other side. Just this one side is all you have to remove. for starters, and I'll show you next after I remove these screws what to do. Okay, now that I've removed all the screws, it's actually very simple now to just simply move the shroud. Wait a minute, what am I snagging on here? Oh, I see. Hold on. Stand by. Okay, now after I've removed the screws, it's easy to pull the shroud away from the coil. You can get in there now to clean the condensing coil a lot easier. Okay, first we'll go ahead and simply hose the inside of the condensing coil as good as we can. As you can see, plenty of dirt and grime and mud and everything are coming out. A lot of trash and everything builds up on the inside. And just keep hosing the inside of this coil. Get the surface mud and everything off of it first. Okay, after cleaning the surface grime off of the condensing coil, it's time to add some coil cleaner to the coil. It's a good idea to use a long wand, so you can get in there all the way to the other side of the coil. It's a good idea to use a long wand sprayer like a garden sprayer, to get the coil cleaner all throughout the entire coil. It's a long reach unless you have long arms. We've let our foaming type of coil cleaner sit on here and loosen up some of the grime on this coil, and it's time to hose it down. It's amazing how much grime comes out. As you can see, there's quite a bit of grime that is coming out right now. And, make sure you get all the coil cleaner off of the coil, or you'll have problems later on. Okay, here it is. Here's our clean coil now. This is a whole lot cleaner than it was. And now we can put our shroud back into position and put the screws back in it. Got it all cleaned up. And everything all buttoned up, and just turn on the power again, and here it goes. Alright, well, it's got some great heat exchange now off of this condensing coil, and I'm sure that the evaporator is working much better now too.